Well, the crucial BJP huddle on alliance with Shiv Sena is underway in the capital, New Delhi. The Central Election Committee meeting is being chaired by none other than Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself, the second most powerful body in the BJP. The Central Election Committee meeting is being chaired by the Prime Minister, and he will be the deciding factor on the fate of the 25-year-old Grand Saffron Alliance. We can expect the BJP to get back to the Shiv Sena with a concrete proposal. Now, what's clear so far, however, is that the BJP is unwilling to budge despite the bipolar debacle and an increasingly aggressive Uddhav Thackeray when it comes to the Chief Minister's post. The BJP is unwilling to settle for anything less than 50% of the seats in the state of Maharashtra.
300 पेक्षा जास्त जागा तुमच्याकडे होत्या. तुम्ही मिशन 272 केलं. आम्ही कुठे काही म्हटलं नाही, कारण सरकार पाहिजे कोणाचंही. आम्ही सगळे, तुम्ही काय आम्ही काय, सगळे मिळून सरकार आणूया. देवाच्या दयेने तेही साध्य झालं. आज मजबूत सरकार तिकडे बसलेलं आहे. एवढं मजबूत आहे की आपल्या मित्रपक्षाची त्यांना गरजच नाही. असू दे, चांगलं राज्य करा, सत्ता आणा. तेवढ्यासाठी तर आम्ही मरतोय, मेहनत करतोय.
I'm joined at this point in time by Shaina NC, senior leader from the BJP. Also with us live at this point in time is Shweta Parulekar, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena, joining us from Mumbai. Also joining me on this broadcast is my colleague Brijesh Pandey, live from the national capital. Before I go to my guest, Brijesh, I'd like to come to you first at this point in time. The crucial CEC meet underway. The BJP is in a huddle. So is the Shiv Sena. Is the BJP at all planning to play Big Brother? Are they likely to show any magnanimity, perhaps blink first?
Well, it's not a question of blinking first. The sources at BJP say that, by Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray, by making a public announcement, has left a very little room for maneuvering as far as BJP is concerned. The BJP's original demand was 135 seats, wanted 50% of the seat sharing with Shiv Sena. But
right.
The fact of the matter is that, they would have settled for anything, say, between 125 to 130. But the kind of stance which has been taken by Shiv Sena has put BJP in a fix, and if they are seen as succumbing to Shiv Sena in the matters of seat distribution, then it will definitely not go down well with their cadre back in Maharashtra. So the BJP has to tread very carefully as to not antagonize its own cadre, but as also attempt to make sure that the alliance is in place and the NCP Congress combined does not benefit from the breakup of this alliance. So there are various factors which are going to be in consideration as to how BJP came out of all of this looking, if not victorious, then at least definitely be able to save its political face back in Maharashtra.
I'd like to bring in Shaina NC at this point in time. Shaina, the BJP and the Shiv Sena would obviously not want to give in, to the 15-year anti-incumbency wave in Maharashtra at this point in time. The question really is of who is going to blink first, and is the BJP at all, at this point in time, a little flummoxed with the Thackerays perhaps entering the fray for Chief Minister?
There's no denying at all that we would want the 25-year-old alliance to continue, and to continue with a healthy format. However, I think political aspirations and the ground reality are quite different.
Right.
One needs to understand that in 2009, the Shiv Sena fought many more seats than us, but still they got 44 MLAs. We fought fewer and still we got 46. Now, if you take the scenario of 2014, there has been an unprecedented victory for the Shiv Sena and the BJP, which we clearly attribute to the good governance model of Mr. Narendra Modi. I think it's only fair to discuss, debate, and that does not mean that there is a full stop. Even now at this juncture, when Uddhav Thackeray ji has said that he would like to fight 151,
right.
We have explained our viewpoint, which is that the BJP should fight 130, the Shiv Sena should fight 140, and the allies could get the balance 18. Now, keeping this development in mind, one really has only one ultimate agenda, which is to dethrone the 15 years
the agenda
of
clearly of the
corrupt
BJP and the Shiv Sena
the Congress and NCP.
The agenda clearly is common. Shaina, I'd like to bring in Shweta Parulekar there. Shweta, 140 is what Shaina is saying. BJP keeps 130 and the rest goes to the allies. Is that a compromise formula that the Shiv Sena is willing to buy at this point in time?
Frame bekar hai.
I would not like to actually come out with a solution at this point, because Uddhav ji will take the final call as to what exactly he wants, because what he wants, he has spoken today in a meeting which he held in the morning, which he was addressing the Shiv Sainiks, and he said clearly that from 171 we've come down to 151.
Right.
And that is why he, I think he has made it very, very clear and put forth, and the talks between both the parties are going on, the foundation of which is very, very old, of 25 years. It's an alliance which you've been talking, I've been hearing in your program also.
Right.
And it's an alliance of ideology, and I'm sure there will be a solution which will come out.
All right, you've heard the voices of the BJP and the Shiv Sena, both the representatives of the party here on this broadcast saying there's going to be a little bit of give and take. Nobody wants to let go of the alliance. Kamlesh Sutar is joining me live from Mumbai at this point in time. Kamlesh, you've been tracking political developments on this story since, this morning, of course, things heating up at Matoshri. You spoke with Shiv Sena cadre a little while ago. They're clearly sending out a message that if you don't listen to us, we'll go it alone.
Well, certainly, as we've seen outside Matoshri, emotions are running high. The Shiv Sena cadre is really enthused. They say we are just waiting for one Adesh, one order from Uddhav Thackeray,
right,
and they are ready to go it alone. And even some of the workers have mentioned here, speaking to us, that they have worked day in and day out to make Narendra Modi the Prime Minister, and they have cooperated fully in the Lok Sabha elections where the BJP contests maximum number of seats. Now it's payback time for the BJP, and they should not stretch it beyond a limit. As we speak, as Shiv Sainiks here outside Matoshri on the street are enthused, there are several rounds of meetings going on inside Matoshri. Uddhav Thackeray himself is speaking to his district leadership, his leadership across the state. Even Yuva Sena Chief Aditya Thackeray, he is conducting meetings of Yuva Sena office bearers at Matoshri. So hectic meeting, hectic parley is going on.
At Matoshri.
Everybody
Shweta Parulekar, I'd like to ask you at this point in time, given the fact that there is so much, there's so much push and pull, so much back and forth between the two parties, and we've seen Uddhav Thackeray come out in the past, taunt the BJP over the by-poll defeat. The BJP clearly undeterred at this point in time by that. Does the Shiv Sena not trust the Modi factor to work in Maharashtra?
That I don't think that Shiv Sena does not trust the Modi factor to not work in Maharashtra, but all the same, Shiv Sena has also put in a lot for this victory which we've got in the Lok Sabha, and down the line, if you look back in time, many a times there has been a compromising attitude from Shiv Sena towards BJP when there are a number of instances where Shiv Sena has made a compromise regarding cabinet ministership and so on and so forth. I mean, there is short time, so I cannot enumerate. But now is the time, and there was an understanding which was struck between Mr. Uddhav ji and the party leadership of BJP and Narendra ji, that at centre we wanted a Congress Mukt Bharat, which we worked towards, and for Maharashtra, the state level, so it be for Shiv Sena, which will take the leading position, and along with the alliance of BJP and the other alliance partners.
Right.
So that
Shaina NC, respond. I'd like to bring Shaina NC to respond to that. Shweta Parulekar says that the Sena has conceded ground on several issues. They have always been perhaps the more compromising of the two alliance partners. Do you agree with that, Shaina?
I'm sure Shweta ji will have her own viewpoint. The BJP will have its own. We have also compromised. There was a time when we used to fight 32 seats in the Lok Sabha. We've also come down to 26. There are lots of other examples I can give, where one of our members of parliament, Prakash Javdekar's seat, we gave to Ramdas Athole in view of the alliance. So there are lots of examples that one can get.
Let's not get into the compromises that the two alliance partners have made.
Let's not get into that. I want to just come into, I want to give you 2-3 rational points which I think would ring a bell with you. One is that nowhere have we said that we want our candidate as Chief Minister. If at all, Modi ji has always said, let the people of Maharashtra decide who gets the mandate, who gets maximum MLAs, and that person can stake claim for the Chief Minister. As far as a Congress Mukt Bharat, I mean, we have been dedicated to it, not just at the centre, but in the state. We want to ensure that the agenda is only one, to get rid of a corrupt Congress and NCP because of their misgovernance, the amount of scams, etc. I needn't elaborate on that.
I'd just like to bring in Shweta Parulekar on that point of the Chief Minister's chair. You've raised a very interesting point. In the absence of, a leader like Gopinath Munde, after his demise, there has been a sort of a political vacuum as far as the BJP is concerned. Shweta Parulikar, is Uddhav Thackeray then just looking to leverage that position, which is why he is now staking claims to the Chief Minister's chair? Because the Thackerays have traditionally always been kingmakers, never really stake claim for the top job themselves.
The perspective which you asked this question, that since Gopinath ji is, because of his sad demise,
Right.
Uddhav ji is trying to leverage, I think that's a very wrong way of looking at this. I don't think Uddhav ji can, have that viewpoint. But I'm sure one thing remains, that when we started the campaign for this particular election, we have projected Uddhav ji as the prospective CM candidate. So we are very
Right.
clear about that. I mean, there are no two ways.
Shaina NC, Shweta Parulikar, stay on with us. Joining us at this point in time live is ITG consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai. Rajdeep, I'd like to bring you in on the point, on the larger point. Is this whole tussle really high on rhetoric, because it's just a point of, it's just a point of time when one of the two partners has to blink, because they're not going to hand it on a platter to the Congress and the NCP.
That's right, but Rishika, till what, 48 hours ago, I was convinced that this alliance would be cemented by the weekend, and now we are, it's approaching close to late in the evening on Sunday, and both sides are still not blinking. My sense is that this is now going to require either Narendra Modi to make that one phone call to Uddhav Thackeray, or Uddhav Thackeray to try and find some way in which he can convince the top BJP leadership, i.e. Amit Shah and Narendra Modi, that it is in the best interest of both the parties to go together. Because I think the longer this takes, there is a real possibility for the first time that the alliance may not actually materialize. My hunch is that there will be a solution found, because I think the stakes are simply too high for the two allies to go on their own. But I think both for the egos of both sides,
Right.
as well as for the cadres, they need that one high-level contact between Narendra Modi and Uddhav Thackeray. I don't think that there has been that high-level contact as yet. I think it will require that for this impasse to be broken.
But Rajdeep, also the fact of the matter is that when the BJP Sena alliance was in fact cemented in the 80s, it was Bal Thackeray and the late Pramod Mahajan who had in fact decided at that point in time that whoever has the larger number of MLAs will stake claim to the Chief Minister's chair. Now, given the fact, which is what we've been discussing, that there's been a vacuum after Gopinath Munde's demise and Uddhav Thackeray sort of looking to enter the fray, because the BJP doesn't really have that single stalwart leader in the state at this point in time.
You're absolutely right. I think, it's very clear that if you had to choose a chief ministerial contender today in terms of face value, Uddhav Thackeray, who is clearly not Bal Thackeray, but is still at least, the leader of his own party, the unquestioned leader of his own
Right.
party, will be seen as an obvious choice for a chief ministership. I think the Shiv Sena has now made this a prestige issue, having gone to the public and said, we are aiming for mission 150. So they want those 150 seats at the very minimum at the moment. And they realize that the BJP might well have a better strike rate. Therefore, they want the gap between the two to be at least 25 seats in terms of the seats
Right.
that they are given. So I think it's now boiling down. You're right. The BJP at the moment doesn't have an obvious chief ministerial contender. The Shiv Sena has one, and the question is, how do you break the impasse beyond to sit across the table? I'm surprised that Narendra Modi and Uddhav Thackeray have not just picked up the phone and tried to break this at their level. You can't have Aditya Thackeray resolving this. This has to be resolved by Uddhav Thackeray along with Narendra Modi.
Shaina NC, the BJP may have a better strike rate, but the Shiv Sena at this
Sure.
point in time seems to have the taller leader. Shaina NC, would you like to respond to that?
No, I don't agree with that. I mean, yes, we all have our own leaders who are very charismatic in their own way. Clearly, Uddhav ji is very charismatic vis-a-vis the Sena, but we have Nitin Gadkari, Devendra Fadnavis, Vinod Taude, Eknath Khadse, Sudhir Mungantiwar,
Which is
Pankaja
exactly
Munde,
the point. You
all
have a
mass
whole
leaders
host
and
of
all
several
work.
political leaders
No,
taking
no,
claim, but you don't
hear
have
me
that
out.
single one
Hear me
undisputed
out.
leader like Uddhav Thackeray.
But when has a state election been run on a particular person? It is about a team at the end of the day. And the end of the day, we are only interested in dethroning the Congress and NCP. And for that, we have a collective effort. We have a youth cadre. We have a new leadership. And I think that the kind of implementation of strategies that we have seen in 2014 are only to be implemented in 2014 Assembly in Maharashtra.
Okay, Shweta Parulekar, the BJP at this point in time is banking on the Modi wave very clearly. They have 3 to 4 leaders they are projecting, one of them being Gopinath Munde's daughter. They are banking on the Modi wave. You have a clear, undisputed leader who's now willing to stake claim for the top job.
I'd just like to continue on where Shaina stopped, that she said that wherever has a state government, to form a state government, wherever has it been projected to have a face for the elections. But I think at a national level we've seen that never in the history of Indian politics that we had a face like Narendra Modi, and it was a sweeping victory. We saw that it has worked well, and in Maharashtra we have been working towards that, as projecting Uddhav ji as the prospective CM candidate, and I think that will work here too. So we are very sure about this, and in a way I agree to what she says, that not for the state but for the national level it did work, and for the state also it will work in a newer way.
Well, the face is important, and it was the Lok Sabha elections that have in fact proved that time and time again. Shaina NC, Shweta Parulekar, Rajdeep Sardesai and Brijesh Pandey, thanks so much for joining me on this broadcast. I'm afraid I'm completely out of time. Who will blink first, and whether anybody will blink at this point in time is the big question.